Hello boys and girls. For our first math lesson, we are going to be focusing on place value. So you guys have worked a lot with place value before, so try to think back to everything you learned in 3rd grade about place value. We're going to use it today. Alright, so the first thing you probably remember was our base 10 blocks. If you remember, the smallest one we had was a unit cube and it represented 1. The next one we had was a tens rod, and it looked like there were 10 unit cubes all put together. So the tens rod represents 10. And then we have our hundreds flat. We used 10 of our 10 rods and put them all together and made this hundreds flat, meaning there's 100 in there. It represents 100. And then our thousands cube, we took our hundreds flat and used 10 of those all together to make this big cube to represent 1,000. So hopefully you guys remember these cubes from in 3rd grade. So we have a place value chart here, and hopefully you're familiar with all those as well. So let's see if we can use these blocks that we remember and put them in our place value charts and try to remember what that's like. So I'm going to start down here with these little unit cubes. Notice I have 1, 2, 3, 4 of them. And I know those represent 1, so I'm going to put those in my ones column of the place value chart. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4. I know those go there because they represent 1, so they go in the ones place. Now I have these tens rods, and I know those represent 10, so I'm going to put those in the tens place. So they're all there, and I had 3 of those. And then I'm going to take these hundreds flats. I know those represent 100, so I don't want to put them in the thousands place because they don't represent thousands. The big cubes represented thousands. These are 100 flats, so I'm going to put these in my hundreds place. There we go. So now I've placed all of them. So now I can really think to myself, I've got 2 hundreds here, so 2 would go in this place. So 2 would go here. How many tens do I have? 1, 2, 3. I've got 3 tens, and I have 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 ones. So this would give us the number 234. Now let's look at another one. All right, so kind of looking at just having a number now instead of using the base 10 blocks, let's look at this one. So we have the number 3008. Okay, so this one's kind of tricky because it has some zeros in there. But what we want to do is, like I did before, I started with my ones unit cubes. I always want to start with my ones, and my ones are all the way to the right. You'll notice the ones place is all the way to the right. You want to start with that number. So how would we place this number in our place value chart? So I want to look at this 8 first. This 8 is in my ones place in my number. So I'm going to move it and put it in my ones place in the place value chart. I'm going to take it and I'm going to move it over. I'm going to put it right here. So it's down there in our ones place. Now this next place, because I know my place value, I know it's supposed to be my tens place. But this says 0 here. Well, that just means I don't have any tens. So I'm going to put that in my tens place just to hold my spot. Same thing with my hundreds. It says I have 0 hundreds. So I'm just going to put it in my hundreds place because that's the place it's in my number. But it lets me know that I don't have any hundreds. But I'm going to use it to hold my spot for that 100. And then finally, I have my 3. My 3 was in the thousands place. So I don't want to put it here in the 10,000s place. It wasn't over there. It was in my thousands place. So I would place it in the thousands square of the place value chart. So when I read it, I have 3008. I don't have any hundreds. I don't have any tens. If I had not put these zeros in there, then I would have been missing some numbers here. There's a big gap there. So that's 3, right? If we had pulled this number out of our place value chart just as it is, that would have given us 38. 38 and 3008 are not the same number. So that's why it's very important that we keep them in the correct spot in our place value chart. And if there's any blanks in between, I need to put those zeros there to tell me, hey, I don't have any tens and I don't have any hundreds, but I do have thousands. So really I have 3008. Let's look at another. Now this number is a little bigger. Notice it's bigger than thousands. It actually includes this 10,000s part in our place value chart. There again, it's going to be easy for us. We've got this, guys. So I, again, want to start with my ones column right here. So I have 5. So I know that my 5 is going to go in my ones column because it was in my ones place. Now I would need to think, what was in my tens place? That 3 was in my tens place. So I'm going to bring that down here. This 2 was in my hundreds place. What about this 9? This 9. Well, it wasn't in my hundreds place. I'm not going to put it with it. It was in my thousands place. So I'm going to place that in my thousands place in the place value chart. And this one was in the 10,000s place. All right. So now I've taken that number and now I know how to place it in the place value chart. So let's take this one step further. All right, guys, so place value. You'll notice we have a picture here of a place value chart at the top up here. And we have it labeled. We have our ones, our tens, our hundreds, and our thousands. We have this really big number in here. So what I've done is I've drawn pictures to show you what the base 10 blocks would look like. Notice here in the ones column, I have the number 9, and underneath it, I have 9 base 10 blocks drawn. So each of those represents 1. It's in my ones column, so each of them represents 1. So the 9 here in this ones column really does represent just the number 9. So it's worth 9. That's the value of that digit. Now let's look at our tens place. Notice I have the number 3 here, but if I look at the picture that I used to represent it, I have 3 tens rods. Well, notice I'm in my tens place. So this number here does not simply represent 3, it represents 3 tens. Well, let's think about that for a second. 3 tens. 10 plus 10 plus 10, or 10 times 3. We have 3 tens, so that would mean it equals 30. So this 3 right here does not represent just 3, it represents 30. So let's see if we can use that same kind of thinking to look at our hundreds place. Our hundreds place, we have the number 2 written. Now, I don't want you to think that this represents just individual 2 little pieces, right? Let's think about it. It's in the hundreds place, which means it really represents 200 because it's in the hundreds place. So we have 2 100 flats drawn right here as our picture, right? So there's 2 of them. We don't have these individual pieces, these individual unit cubes drawn. We have 2 hundreds flats drawn. So this doesn't really represent 2, it represents 200. So we have 2 hundreds, and 2 times 100, because we have these 100 blocks right here, is 200. Ooh, this next one. Well, notice we still have the same number, that number 2 in the thousands place. Well, here the 2 represented 200, but now it's in a different place. It's in the thousands place. So I don't think it's going to represent the same amount as it did in the hundreds place. So now we have 2 here. So we've got this 2 in the thousands place. Notice we have our pictures of the 1000s cubes here, and I have 2 of them because the number tells me that there were 2 thousands. Well, if we have 2 in the thousands place, we have 2 thousands. 2 times 1,000. This block represents 1,000. This one represents 1,000. When we put those together, it equals 2,000. So this 2 right here does not just represent 2 little ones cubes. It represents 2 1,000 cubes because it's in the thousands place. So even though we have these 2 numbers that are the same, this 2 and this 2, because they're in different places in the place value chart, they have a whole different value in each place. Here the number 2 represents 200. Here the number 2 represents 2,000. All right, so let's quickly go through one more just to see if you can help me figure it out. All right, so we have this number here, and it's already in our place value chart. It says we have 2 ones here, so that 2 really represents 2 ones because it's in the ones place. So it really represents 2 there. Okay. Then we have the tens place. It has a 7 there, so we know this equals 2. Now this one has a 7 in the tens place, which means we have 7 tens. And if it helps you, you can imagine having 7 10 rods in front of you, right? So if we were to count all of those blocks, 7 10 rods, we would actually have 70 there. So the 7 does not represent 7, it's in the tens place, so it represents 70. Now our hundreds place, we have a 3 there, but I know I'm in my hundreds place, not my 1, so that 3 does not represent actually 3, it represents 300. Just imagine we had those hundreds flats, and you could see that we would have 3 of them. So, and if you counted all of those little pieces on the hundreds flat, you would equal 300. All right, our last place, our thousands place, it says we have 4 of them. 4. So imagine we had 4 of our thousands cubes in front of us. If you were to count all of those individual pieces on the thousands cubes, how many do you think you would count? Think about that for a second. Well, if your thinking is correct and you're thinking what I'm thinking, you would count 4,000 of them. That's a lot, right? Because we have our 4 in our thousands place. So the 4 there again doesn't just represent 4, it represents 4,000. So it would have 4,000 in this spot. So we have our number 4,372. All right, guys, you've done great, and I hope all that made sense to you. So what you're going to do today in your assignment, whether it's on Canvas or if it's in your packet, make sure you watch this video and then complete your packet afterwards. For each problem on this first part, you're going to do what we were doing at the beginning. You're going to take this number, 478, and you're going to place it in the place value chart. Now you need to make sure you put them in the right places so that it makes sense. Always start with the number all the way to the right in our ones place. You're going to do that for a few problems, and you're actually going to have 4 problems where you're going to have to do that. And then the next part of your activity is I gave you some numbers here at the bottom. And notice I gave you an example to look for. So the number, say I gave you the number 234. You'll notice I underlined the digit 3. Well, if that digit is in the tens place, I want to think about what does it really represent. And that number in the tens place would really represent 30 because it's in the tens place. So you're going to do that with each of these numbers. You'll see the number, you're going to look at the one that's underlined and tell me what that really represents. Is it in the ones place? Does it really represent what it says? Or is it in the tens or hundreds or thousands place? And does it represent something more than that? So you're going to write the number that it really represents in these columns over here, and then submit your assignment. If it helps you to draw a place value chart to put all of these numbers in before you answer and tell what the value is, you are more than welcome to do that on your own paper. All right, guys, good luck.